Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Jacksonville. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across. The 25 and down at the 28. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Here's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence, he'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, this defense for the Jaguars, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Etienne. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. From midfield now, Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now it's Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 10. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. At their own 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Shoves him aside, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Blankenship's kick is good. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. A give for Taylor running right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. Second down, another run with Taylor.
Taylor's got the first. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 16-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. 21. On the handoff, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a give to Taylor. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is now 17-8. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26. Let's go.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
60,
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
58, right over there. Hey, Haywood. Right there. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Topper, Topper. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Go. Shoot.
Now Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 6 guys. Hey, Delta. Ready?
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Elliott busting through to get him for a loss of 6. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Taylor. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Mario Addison in on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Jonathan Taylor, 49 yards. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Now it's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Broken tackle. And able to work his way down to the 16. Boy, 224 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.